been bloody out there, gang. Bloody. Anyway, D7 here with Grok Trade. Let's hit the ground running. This is good through Labor Day, Monday. Welcome, everybody. On Friday, the markets ended the day bearish. Guys, Thursday, Friday was a bloodbath out there. However, financials in bullish territory. Guys, that is huge for us to see that closing out for this long weekend. Furthermore, silver higher, gold flat, VIX decreasing by 8.5%. We're at 30. Bitcoin had a major sell-off. We're down just at 10,600. Okay, take a look here at the markets. Guys, I'm going to start off with the weekly chart. Thank you for the 3 people that went back to my last weekend video who said you nailed it. Guys, I should have went back and wrote down your names. Anyway, thank you for mentioning it. The trend lines are the real deal. This is what we teach in the mentorship, guys. So this week was just massive. We came up, hit our heads at the trend lines. Watch that video last week. It's worth your time, and just to see what I was saying there and what happened this week, okay? I want that to really sink in. You guys, I want you to see that. And for the month, okay, we're just getting started in the month. This is the SPDR, the S&P 500 ETF. Look how we're stalling at the upper trend line. Very important that we get above that this month. We need to break through it. If not, we have a lot of downside opportunity going into this. Now, listen, everyone's waiting on the markets. Everyone's waiting on the elections in November to decide what they're wanting to do with their dollars, okay? We do not, as professional traders, like uncertainty. That is uncertain what's going to happen. Because of that, we like to be out of the markets, or we like to be short-term, and then play what reality is after it plays out, okay? That's why we never hold over earnings. That's kind of a rule of thumb. Never hold over earnings. That's an amateur gambler's mentality. That is not how to be a professional trader. Now, that's the monthly. It's hung up there. If you look at the daily down here at these trend lines, I don't like the fact that we close below a major trend line, okay? But we did hammer out. The question is, can we get back above? Thursday and Friday had huge volume, guys, on the spiders. If you look here at the diamonds, about the same thing. We were on Thursday, we closed below a trend line. Do you see that? Thursday, and then Friday we're down below it. That's no good. We're above the 20-day moving average. That's good. But if you look here at the weekly chart on the diamonds, we're up. It looks very extended, long in the tooth here, right? So we have kind of like a bearish harami. I don't like the big upper and lower shadows. So this looks like, to me, we have a better chance on the weekly chart to base sideways for the next few weeks is what it looks like to me, okay? I don't want to get hung up on the monthlies here because we're just getting started. But look how we went up. We touched that trend line. So far this month, we came down and touched that trend line. These lines have been drawn. Look at last week's video and say, did I move these trend lines? You'll see that I did not. Trend lines, if you draw them correctly, they act as great areas of resistance, great areas down here of support. That's what we're keying on, okay? That's why trend lines get hit over and over and over again. Very important that you know that. But if you look here at the NASDAQ, this is the NASDAQ what has been on fire, guys. This is huge. This is the daily chart. The reason I'm going so fast right now is because I'm going to get to tech stocks at the end of this video. And I have a message at the end of that video, okay? So I'm going very, very quickly here. The problem is on the NASDAQ, we had on the daily, the Qs broke out of this. That was very good. But Thursday, we came back down. That was bad news. But Friday, this happened today. And this was very important that it did this. It had to do this. Had to do this to go bullish going into the next week. It went down, and the bulge yanked it right back higher to get above the rising 20-day moving average. We are hammered out here. This is a good chance to go higher. If we fail this and we start off Tuesday in bearish territory and we end on bearish territory, that will be bad news for the markets as a whole, okay? Very bad news. If I look here at the weekly chart, we're so far extended here on the Qs. We're so far up here. We're begging for a pullback. But because the high upper shadow and the lower shadow and the real body being sideways with the previous week, guys, I look at more inside trading opportunities here, or inside consolidation. I see a high base being built or a bullish pennant being built. It's what it looks like to me. Okay, and I might as well share this with you. Hold on, let me go back just so I can show this to you. My eyes are seeing things but do you see how we have a crossover on the MACD centered oscillator there with a negative tick confirming that on the histogram? That is bad news for the weekly. But again, it doesn't mean it's going to stay there. It could certainly just base sideways. But I'll tell you this, do I expect it to go higher? I think it will start off higher, but I don't think it'll stay higher. I think we're going the next few weeks base sideways. This is what my gut tells me, but I will play what I see, not what I think. That's another gold nugget for you. We never play what you think. That's gamblers do that. I think I'm going to win. I think that this hand's going to be good, or I think that I'm going to get the next card. Gamblers mentality, you will lose your money. We're running a business. Because we're running a business, you got to play probabilities. You got to have the odds in your favor. Okay, that's what we're doing here. So I fully think that's going to happen. But if it does decide to pull back, or if it keeps going higher, I'll play it that direction. Okay. I'll play it that direction. Now, let me go down here and look at small caps. This is Russell's 2000. The Russell's 2000, we had the triangle. We finally broke down Thursday and Friday. We came down below the 50-day moving average, but we come back up. We have a hammer, but we're below the 20-day moving average. That is relative weakness. Relative weakness. If you look here at the weekly chart, it's a high base. We're above the 200-day moving average and above EMA. Because of that, it's still kind of a high base, but it's a weak high base. But if you look at the monthly so far, we're staying above this trend line, okay? But the one I'm very interested in this. If you look at the financials, this is the financials ETF. Even though we're in the red today, look how relatively strong the Thursday and Friday and where we've been. Because the financials being relatively this strong, staying above all the major moving averages and these trend lines, we only have the 200-day moving average acting as resistance. If we get above that, look for the markets to surge northbound yet again. Okay, this is on the daily. If you look here at the weekly, this is so interesting, guys. The weekly, we continue up this trend line. This looks bearish because it looks like a big bear flag. As long as we can stay above this trend line, all is well. If this thing could start to rally up higher, this trend line is very important to me. If we can stay above that, that'd be really good. Or this little EMA, this yellow line, if we can stay above that, we are fine. Okay, we're fine there. So that's the financials. US dollar. We popped up here on the daily. Oops, this is the weekly. But look at this. The weekly, we kind of have a bullish thrusting pattern almost. But it looks like it's wanting to start going up on the weekly. But the daily, let me show you this. The daily came up, broke over the trend line, but came back down. Now you have a doji, a long upper shadow doji at a resistance point. So we have a good chance of the US dollar continuing downward in this lower channel. This is a good time to be shorting the dollar. That will play out well for commodities and play out well for the stock market if this does continue lower. If you look at silver remains in this big bullish pennant. This is a great buy opportunity, I believe, especially if we can get back above, okay, this 20-day moving average. See this 20-day, that's that blue line. If we can get back above that, look to buy that, put a stop loss under here, lose around 24.24, put a stop loss there, and then hold that, because it looks like we have a good chance for this to pop to the upside. That's what it looks like. But if it starts breaking down, look, you do not want to be holding gold and silver at this moment, okay? If I go to gold, we're at a major support line, still in this triangle. This looks like a good buy opportunity for gold and silver, guys. So share this with your gold and silver friends. I think that's interesting. But if you go here to the weeklies, okay, that's very important. We look at weeklies. The gold, this is a perfect kind of a little pullback, kind of a base above these moving averages. Guys, this is saying that there's no bears to yank this back down. Silver, same thing, nice high base. Guys, this looks really bullish to me, okay? Really bullish. Doesn't mean it's going to be bullish. It means it's set up to be bullish. You don't know what a high base is. Go to, I'll do this slow, free online trading education.com. Free online trading education.com. Free online trading education.com. Go there, go to chart patterns or the chart school, go into chart school and look for a high base. Look for a high base. I have a link down below on the charts I'm using. This is called Trading View. Really love their charts. There's a link below. I have links at the chart school. Anyway, feel free to, you sign up free, man. Sign up free. I do the paid. I have the premium because it gives me a lot of goodies. It's worth it. I used to pay $200 with eSignal back in the day, $225 I think, with the feeds. And now it's like $60. Add another $8 for feeds, and I mean, you're dancing. It's just awesome. Anyway, not trying to sell them. It doesn't matter to me who you guys go with. But anyway, here it is. Gold, silver. Quick look at VIX. VIX was up, and on the daily we're coming down. Look at the weekly. Remember I said the weekly looks like it's getting ready to launch up. Sure enough, that's what happened. Launched up. The monthly looks really bearish. Down, down, down. You have this hammer, and it popped higher. Guys, if we're going to go bearish, this is the time it needs to do it, because fear will come in here. But if we have a bullish next week, you can look to be long going into the future. But if we're bearish next week, guys, you need to safeguard your profits that you have gained the last 8 years. Okay. Bitcoin, quick look. We're down, 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 starting to pop. Weekly is dropping. So it's a good time to take some profits on Bitcoin. Wait for another buy opportunity. Okay, I said I was going to get into some tech stocks because you guys are asking. I haven't done it forever. And I'm trading a trading algorithm, by the way. Let me say this. I'm trading a trading algorithm. My trading algorithm, as of last Wednesday, I was up 62%, I believe. I'm sending this out to my qualified investors, keeping them updated. If you have a net worth of $2.1 million, not including your residence, I can put you on a short list of people I'm keeping informed on the algorithm. But I was up 62% or somewhere close to that in the last 3 months. In other words, I'm up over 20% per month with my algorithm. My algorithm has me at 50% long right now. Did not have me sell Thursday and Friday, and sure enough, it rallied back. I thought, holy smokes, how did my algorithm know that? It's magic. Love it. All right, let's get into some tech stocks. And I'm glad I got some energy going here, so it keeps me going very, very fast. Okay, so let's look at buy and sell. I'm going to say buy and sell. But guys, when I say buy and sell, this is for educational purposes only. Seek a registered investment advisor. Gag me with a spoon. Brokers make you broker. Don't get me started. But legally, the SEC says that's what we have to say. It's so frustrating. But and I'm getting my Series 65. Are you kidding me? Just so I can split profits with you guys on my algorithm. It's crazy. So I never thought I would jump over the fence. I never thought I would go to the dark side. But the U.S. government's making me. This is Apple, guys. Apple is solid. Solid as a rock. Let me draw a couple of trend lines because I'm not trading the stocks right now. I'm in an ETF with my algorithm. Oops. Come on, dude. With my algorithm is where my monies are at this moment. So you're not. I'm not up to date with my. With these, but did you see how I drew this trend line here and there? That's spot on. That's spot on. Do you think that my trend lines are right? Here and here and here. Tell me if you think they're right or wrong. I'm here to tell you they're right. If we go to a line chart, boom, boom. See that? That's where we're at. So if you look here, we're down, 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 and we doji out, and we close above the 20-day moving average, Apple? Did you do it? You did do it. You closed above the 20-day moving average. Guys, this could be a good buy opportunity here, but the markets have to go bullish. The markets have to go upwards. If we go upwards, then this is a great buy opportunity. Apple is. Buy. Boop. AMD. So even though I'm not a fan of this. Not a fan of this. Even though it'll probably go higher if everyone else goes higher, it's not nearly as technically strong. Amazon. Oh, you missed it by that much. You closed below a trend line. Furthermore, you closed below the 20-day moving average. Amazon is not a buy. Furthermore, it missed even hitting resistance, so it's relative weakness. There's so many things I'm seeing here, guys. So there's so many things I'm seeing. So no, bearish on that. Probably bullish on Baba. Bullish on Baba, guys. Baidu. Indifferent, meaning stay away from. Booking, bullish. Cisco, bearish. Catfish is cognizant, but I call it catfish because it looks like catfish to me. Okay. Potentially bullish. How about that? eBay, bullish, big bull flag. Maybe bullish. Guys, this could be a very bullish opportunity, but it's too risky for most of you guys. I'm going to say stay away from it. You wouldn't know how to trade it. Facebook is a maybe. Man. Google, stay away from. Google with an L, stay away from. GoPro is going to bounce, but it might be short-lived on what's called a bear pullback. I see GoPro bouncing. Microsoft, stay away from unless it gets back above that trend line. MU, Micron. This one I think is going to keep trugging higher, but because we're in the moving averages, stay away from. Netflix. I'm bullish on Netflix. Nvidia. Oh, Nvidia. No, I'm bullish on Nvidia. Bullish on Nvidia. Liking it. Oracle. Has earnings coming up. Stay away from earnings, guys. PayPal. Stay away from. Take your profits. Roku, it's a buy. I'm bullish. Shopify, stay away from. Snap, like Portnoy is, big on Shop and Snap, and they're getting their butts kicked. It broke a trend line. He's only been trading a short amount of time, so don't follow him. I'm just telling you, he's not. And Portnoy, if you're listening, I will give you our education free of charge, 3 days worth. If you can sit through it, we'll bring you to a new level on your trading education. Snap is a buy. Tesla is a buy. Oh, what a great buy opportunity. Oh, am I going to buy Tesla? Because I'm starting to, am I going to buy Tesla? And it looks pretty good to me, guys. Twitter, stay away from for the time being, but not looking too bad. Twitter is on the warm list, not the hot list. I keep a warm list and a hot list. So a hot list means I'm putting an order on it or I've got an order on it. My warm list means I might be putting an order on it. Like this dude could be setting up for me in the next few days or so. So overall, let's put it into a little nutshell. The nutshell is this. Nutshell is we had a bloodbath Thursday and Friday. Friday, we come bouncing back with a vengeance. A lot of buyers coming in saying, hey, I think we have a lot of buy opportunities here, and they bought up, okay? Question is, will we have followed through after a 3-day weekend? Because we got 3 days to sit through and to think about everything going on, okay? Tuesday will tell the tale. Usually by the end of day Tuesday, we'll know if we our sentiment is bullish or bearish. We need it to be a bullish sentiment going into the future. If not, we could be in a lot of turbulence going into the near future, which I think we're going to get. I really believe we're going to have bullish weeks, bearish weeks, and going side by side. It's going to be a great opportunity to swing trade. You have to learn swing trading, okay? And if it gets too choppy, day trading. You got to learn day trading. Okay, so there's a couple things you need to be learning. Okay, so that's it. A couple things here that are off topic. This is monologue. You can jet. You can get out of here. Class is dismissed. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you. If you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. If you hate what I'm doing, give me a thumbs down. I prefer a thumbs up. It's nice to get those. And I love your comments, man. If you see those little hearts, I'm placing hearts. I'm reading it and placing a heart. And that's me showing you love. I love the comments. So let me know if you made it to the end. Say, hey, made it. And special extra bonus points if you write out what your thoughts are and what you think might happen and why. If you're an enthusiast on the economics, put that. If you're an enthusiast on fundamental analysis, put some thoughts down on that. If you're a technical analyst guy or gal, put that down. Let's know what your thoughts are. Let us all learn from one another. We like to eat. The Grok trade is kind of an ecosystem. We want all of us learning and growing together. Be quite frank, this is kind of a rogue place to be trying to grow on a social media site like YouTube or any other social media site. But I want to share something with you. A couple things just so you have this. Mark this down. Write this down. So Mark will be doing a mentorship in a few weeks. Next weekend, this coming up weekend, guys, Romulus is doing his very first mentorship. And if you're specifically interested in ETF trading, swing trading, exchange traded funds, you can look into that. So what you do is go to groktrade.com and go to the mentor tab, or go to groktrade.com/Romulus. You can do that too. But go to the mentor tab, fill that out. If you're highly recommend you get your training through Mark. Mark is our professional day trader. He's been doing this a long time, and he's an individual who knows what's going on. Okay. 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. With Mark on Monday, you're going to see live day trading. You're going to go into the room Monday morning and see live day trading, which is awesome. It's awesome. If you can't make it this month, fine. Fill out the form. Let's talk. And by the way, if you fill out the form and you have the talks with John about this, we actually give you $300 worth of stock picks free of charge. We give you every week. We're going to give you stock picks for a full year free of charge. Pretty cool. I don't know how long I'm going to keep doing that, but we offer that. So there it is. Furthermore, if you haven't been doing it yet, if you go to groktrade.com/Romulus, every Thursday night he's doing a free class. It's that night. It's only 30 minutes. And man, it's just growing. More and more people are joining. If you want to join Romulus and talk stocks, or ETFs predominantly, join us. You can sign up for that by just going to groktrade.com/Romulus and be a part of that. He's also been doing a Saturday event in the morning. Does it once a month. And so join the Thursday class. You can hear more about the one he has coming up. And that's 2 hours on a Saturday morning. So if you are bit by the bug of trading and you want more of this stuff, just certainly look into this. So I had a phone call with an individual. I'll use your first name, Chris. I know you're listening. So he just signed up. He's doing his mentorship with us coming up this month. And I just hung up with him. We just hung up. It was a delightful call, by the way, Chris. But his wife said, I didn't want... The wife wasn't on board with signing up for the mentorship and didn't like the tuition. And so he just kind of hung around for a while. And then he finally, the two of them got together and he said, you know what, if we're going to do this, let's do it. Let's put our investment in and let's learn to trade the right way. So we're not gamblers. We're treating it like a business. Okay, cool. Well, he made the comment, and I hope it's okay, Chris, that I say this, okay? It's just fresh on my mind. I want to talk about it. He said, yeah, now my wife just was hung up on the fee, the tuition price that we charge for the mentoring. And I was like, and I let him talk. I said, man, I understand that. And this is what I said. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit, but I want to share this with you because I thought I'm sharing it with somebody who already signed up, but that doesn't help anybody, all the other people who haven't signed up yet. So I think this will help you, okay? You can see I've still got my energy. I've got my Friday, let's move energy going here. And I promise you, I'm not on drugs. For you guys that think that I'm high, I do not do drugs, okay? It's my zeal, my excitement for a business that has there's no better business model out there than trading, period. You don't have to hire employees. You don't have to have brick and mortar. There's no expenses that you have to incur. Matter of fact, the only expense that we used to have was putting into commissions, and commissions for the most part are free now. In this business, we don't have to put all of our stuff at risk. We can put stop losses under, so we only lose a little bit if it drops. If you're in a real estate and the market drops, you're just holding that real estate. That's problematic. If you're in a 401k and you're just holding all those mutual funds, which you should never be in a mutual fund. Be in an ETF, not a mutual fund. But anyway, if you're doing that, guys, you're at the next market drop that we have. If you haven't experienced one yet, we just had a little micro one here with the coronavirus, right? There is a wake-up call to what happened, but now it's rallied back. You got all your money back, and you've already forgotten about it. No, don't, because those bear markets will last 3 to 5 years. Guys, I've lived through 2 of them, okay? I've been through multiple flash crashes. Tech drop, I lived through it. financial drop, I lived through it, guys. Well, when it happened, the recessionary drop is significant. There's a ton of money to be made on that. I'm licking my chops for the time we go into a 3-year drop. I don't want anybody to get hurt, but that's a time for us to be making money. You can make money 66% faster on a drop than you can on the rise. In other words, the markets take the stairs up, but it jumps out of the window on the way down. But the wife was worried about the fee. Didn't like that initially. And one, if you cannot afford to be in the markets trading, you got to get out. Paper trade. Do not risk your money in the market. People who are more informed, more classically educated in the markets will victimize you. I'm telling you this as a friend. Get out of the markets. Do not risk your retirement. Do not risk the money that you have worked very hard for in the markets, because it will go in other people's pockets. That's how it works. But if you're going to do it, get well educated, okay? I don't care who you go through. Find an operation. Go out there and find reviews and find the best place you think you can trust to get your education. Just like if you're gonna be a veterinarian, okay? I wouldn't want you hacking on my dog or my cat without having proper requisite education, okay? Trading is the same way. It's a business. You got to treat it that way. So let me stay on topic here. I'm all over the place. Here's the deal. I have a touch of ADD. I grew up with it, and that's just the way it is. Here's the deal. I said our education is far cheaper than any of our competitors. I was with a group called Wealth Intelligence Academy that came through I paid Teach Me to Trade $21,000 to learn to trade and to have a mentor. $21,000, guys. That was back. That was almost 20 years ago I did that. It was a long time ago. 20 years ago, in my 20s, paying $21,000. Are you kidding me? The only way I was able to justify that was my private school I was going to at the time, the college that I was just coming through, was literally $21,000 a year. I said, would I be better fitted? Would I be better served monetarily to put $21,000 into my trading education to learn to trade, or to buy another year of education at the university? That was a no-brainer to me. That was I'm in. Let's go. We are a fraction of that. So the company that I paid all that money to, I quit my job. I'm now trading. They got wind of me. They're like, whoa. I was their golden child because one of their students now is a full-time trader. They came to me. They said, hey, would you like to work for us? And I said, well, I'm not looking for a job. They said, hey, this is what we're paying. I said, oh, when do you want me in Vegas to come talk to you? So anyway, I'm droning on and on. But we went for 3 days. There were 15 of us that went there for 3 days of training. What we found out was it wasn't 3 days of training. It was a 3-day interview process, and we didn't know that. Only 7 of us made it. I was one of the 7. Now I'm mentoring with the company. I was booked out further, and I'm not blowing sunshine up my own skirt. I'm just telling you facts. I was booked out further than any other mentor. It wasn't because I was special. It was simply because I was a student who transitioned to a mentor, and I knew exactly what the students needed to hear to ramp them up the fastest. Students were telling other students, go with Dez, that's my real name. D7 is my alias. Go with Dez out of Indianapolis. I was booked further than anybody else. Last year I was with the company, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Last year I was with them. I won an award. Back when I had my book stands back here, I had this big horn. I'll just show you. That's my glass horn looking thing. I won that at a gala. Not won it. They gave me Mentor of the Year. Now, And then I quit because they tried to buy me, and I said, no, we couldn't get on the same page. And I said, you guys are charging too much. Here's what I had a fundamental problem with the company. They wanted me to teach options, which I was an options coach, mentor. I can get into the Greeks with you. I can teach and talk about options all day long. The problem is options will lose you money more than making it. Period. The long run, you'll have these big spikes enough to kick in the endorphins, enough to get you hooked. It's like crack. I saw probably $35 million of money gone before the student got to me because they were trading options collectively. And I said, you know what? The reason we were even teaching options is simply because we had more classes to sell. Forget it. I said that was the problem. Number one was they didn't do fundamental analysis. They didn't spend any time on psychological analysis. We only did technical analysis and options. That was a fundamental flaw because it was not comprehensive. So I said, that's a problem. Number one, educationally, the curriculum is problematic. Number two, their average cost is $25,000 for you to buy their programs. I think that's ridiculous. I don't think anybody should be paying that amount for education. Now, here I own an education company, but I'm also a product that came through it. I said, why do you need brick and mortar? I'm doing my videos from my own office in my own home. I don't have brick and mortar. I don't have to teach one-on-one. So the two things was their education was bad, and every time you did an extra day with them, it was another $1,500. $1,500 a day to be with me. So when somebody showed up, they had to fly to me here in Indianapolis, by the way, or they paid extra to have me go to them. They would fly here. They'd be by themselves. They would sit in my office. They paid an average of $25,000 to be there. Crazy. And then every day was another $1,500. I said, we got to fix that. How do we get our price down? Let's get brick and mortar out of here, and let's do it in small groups because we solve two problems. Number one, people like to be with other people that can talk this language. We want to be together. It's a lonely business out there, isn't it? Is it lonely? You can tell me it's lonely. Say, yeah, it's lonely. It's lonely. Be with people that can talk the same language. It's a big world out there. Whoa, my computers just went blank. I hope it didn't lose anybody. Well, I hope I didn't go blank. But very lonely world. So now we have the ecosystem we're putting people together, number one. Number two, we're deferring the cost out so we get the cost lower. So no brick and mortar. We put people together and we do everything online. The cost comes significantly down. The reason they try to buy us is because our curriculum was better, and not only that, we're doing something on the internet that they are not able to do. We have that exposure. That's why they wanted to buy me. But they wanted to buy and put a $25,000 buy button on the website. And I said, you guys got to be kidding me. It doesn't work. No, guys, forget it. And people think that that's all we do is teach. We don't. Guess what, guys? We're traders first, educators second. Do you know we only teach 3 days out of 30? We only give back 10% of our time to help others. That's it. Our competitors, if they don't sell packages at $25,000, they don't make it because they are nothing but a business. My job is not to put anybody down. That's why I didn't mention any names. I didn't mention who I was with, but that's, just factual. My point is you can go with any of them. Price is not as important as the education that you're getting. Like with us, we allow people to come in. They stay with us. We allow them to keep retaking and to be part, and they get our support till they make all their tuition back. That's what we do in our mentoring. So we make ours kind of ours is a duhism. It's like, of course, you stack what we offer against anybody else is second to none. So I just wanted to say the only reason I shared all that was because somebody thought our education was more, maybe it was just more expensive than what you were assuming, or it was more expensive than what you were wanting to pay or what you're used to paying. That's fine. If you're not used to paying for education, for schooling, or high level business, investments for business, then yeah, I guess it could be shocking. Shouldn't be, but we have done everything in our power to not raise rates and to keep them just dirt cheap, and we allow people to stay with us forever. So anyway, listen, that's it. So what can I give you? Since you're still listening, what can I give you of value? The value is, and I'll go back to this, you got to quit thinking like a gambler, thinking that you are better than because we all believe, because most of you are engineer minds. Some of you are lefties. I know who you are. 85% of you are male. You're between 35 to 55 years of age. 15% of you are female. If you're female and you're listening to this right now, chances are really good you're own the business that you're at, or you're high on the food chain at the business where you're at. And you're going to be highly methodical, and you will abide by the rules that we teach you. That's what I know. That's why our females tend to do initially better than the guys. Sometimes females get too conservative and they don't pull the trigger when there's a confluence of buy signals. Okay, so I'm going a little deeper here with you. The men will pull the trigger and take advantage of those buy signals. The problem is they do it too much. Men, with their testosterone and their risk-taking issues that they have, we tend to pull the trigger before we're supposed to, because we think we know what's going to happen next. It's a fundamental flaw with traders. It's an amateur mistake. We don't know what's going to happen next in the markets. We trade what we see, not what we believe, not what we think, not what we conceptualize, because the more educated we become, the more we think we know what's going to happen. And you try to outsmart the market. Sometimes you're right. Sometimes you're right. So, when somebody comes through our program and you're on the Facebook, you're going to be part of an ecosystem. You're going to be part of a Facebook exclusive group that's only for Grok Trade graduates. And you guys can share your charts and your picks, and we come in and engage, and it's a great place to be because we all speak the same language. And that it's healthy. It's good. We shouldn't trade on an island by ourselves. That's what makes Grok Trade so cool. Now, everyone's going to say, you're just trying to sell a program. Yes. I mean, I just think that people are doing themselves a disservice if they don't at least look into what they're missing out on. Man, we start you off with a trade plan. We get that put in place because that's your business plan. We give you this high-end software to help oversee your trades, and it hones in on weaknesses. And we give you everything and how to look at it. If you're reading multiple books in trading, it will bastardize your trading methodology. The more you read, the more confused you'll get, because nobody's methods are the same. And when you try to mesh them together, it does not work. It just doesn't. The more you read, the more you consume on the interweb, the more you just consume overall the trading information, the more confused you'll get. You'll be off in left field and you won't know how you got there. The confusion is very real. So what we want to do is clear the fog. Let's clear the fog. Let's make life easy for you. Let us show you how to properly trade. I just think everybody should do this. I'm telling you, I did not know I was going to be talking about on my monologue. Oh, man. Justin, a big shout out to you from Pit Boss. Thank you for mailing me these seasonings. Pit Boss, this isn't a commercial, but I if you're going to mail something to me, I'm going to pimp you out. Pit Boss, tomato, bacon, basil, beer brat, burger seasonings. I have others, but I brought these in. I just wanted to say thank you for the gift. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. And the burger beer brought seasoning is amazing. It just did some Angus burgers the other night, and I plastered that on. It is good. Anyway, thank you. Very much appreciated. So that's it, guys. If you made it to the end, holy smokes. I appreciate you all. Much love to you. Take care. Very safe trading. And hope to see you at the upcoming mentorship. Hopefully you're in. At least talk to us about it. Let's just see, That's it. Catch you guys later. Bye. Oh.